Hi, welcome to Screencast with WeVideo. This webinar is brought to you by the Digital Learning Team, and I'm Lily Ginsby. Together, we're just going to cover the basics on how to create a screencast using WeVideo. It's pretty simple, and we'll try to keep this webinar under 30 minutes. When we're finished, we'll have a recording of this webinar in our hotspot, and so you can locate it there, and we will likely put it in PowerSchool as well. So let's get started. What is it? We can use WeVideo as a screen recording tool. It can have a screen recording, it can add narration, you can have just a video of yourself, or you can have a picture-in-picture where you're talking in the corner and you can see the screen. It's unlimited time for WeVideo, so you don't have a time limit and you can edit anywhere within the recording. It can save in Google Drive or in YouTube, or you can drop it in your classroom. So why should I make a screencast? Well, teachers use it for recording lessons and presentations, adding verbal instructions to assignments. You can have a quick little tutorial or an explanation. One of my favorite ways that teachers are using screencast is to provide video feedback for students on assignments, and also to sort of send a word of encouragement. So you can do that through Google Classroom and send a quick little video to check in with a student or your whole class. Please consider allowing your students to use screencasting. Students can create a variety of assignments and showing what they know. You can reflect on an activity or have the students explain their thinking or respond to a prompt. It's really great for our ELLs to practice their speaking skills, and they can narrate stories or have sort of book trailers and give commentary. So great ways to use Screencast. There's a tiny URL at the bottom, so if you want to grab that, you'll have access to this presentation as well as the recording of this webinar. And we'll put both of those up on our hotspot. All right, number one, you need to make sure that you have a device that records and has audio capabilities. So your Chromebook has a webcam and a microphone built in, so you won't have to worry about that if you're doing screencasting on your Chromebook. If you're on any other device, you just want to make sure that your camera is enabled and you have good audio that's sufficient for your presentation. Okay, and we're going to access WeVideo through WebDesk. WeVideo is a program that we have a district license to, and in order to get the premium features, you will need to go through WebDesk. And then once you have your video, if you store it in Google Drive, you want to make sure your settings are viewable to the public for parents who access it via their Gmail account, or if a student needs access and they're not necessarily on their device. And also in YouTube, there's a setting. So both places you want to make sure that you have it set so that it's viewable to the public. All right, well, so we're going to get started with WeVideo. If you'll notice that there are three parts to the screen when you open WeVideo. There is a media portion of the screen, and that's where all of the stock medias and anything that you upload is going to be located. Over here on the right, you'll have a preview screen, so you can preview along the way as you're making your edits. And all of your edits are down here at the bottom in your timeline. And so as you create and edit and bling up your video, you're going to be able to see and make changes down here. Okay, so what can you use WeVideo for? So much more than what we're going to cover today. Just to give you a kind of a heads up, you have green screen capabilities. People have podcasted. It's great for morning announcements. If your administrator wants to blast announcements via a video, and send it to all the teachers to put in their Google Classroom, that's a great idea. And students can use it for reflections. But for our part, we're going to just focus on the screencasting portion. All right, this is a quick little video of Ryan solving a story problem. And so it's a student example of what WeVideo can do. And I'm going to need to switch over and play it from
cat food and 3 packages of dog food. Each package of cat food contained 5 cans, and each package of dog food contained 3 cans. How many more cans of cat food than dog food did Leah buy? Now, since these are the packages, I'm going to write these at the top. And in each one of that, there were 5 cans. And in each one of the dog food, and this is the cat food, this is the dog food, well, there was 3. And since you want to find out each one of these was in this, how many in total there were, you're going to want to multiply the numbers. 3 times 3 is 9, and 9 times 5 is 45. Since you want to find out how many more there is of this, you're going to want to subtract more of this than that. You're going to want to subtract this. And 45 minus 9 equals... Now, a way to subtract 9s is to just subtract 10 and add 1. So 45 minus 10 would be 35. Add 1, and that's 36. So 36. There is 36 more packages of cat food, these, than packages of dog food, these.
Okay, that was a great way. I loved the way he explained his strategy, and you knew exactly how he was solving the problem. So if a student can use it, and you can hear he's doing it at home, you can hear the TV in the background. So a student can do it and make it very easy to use. So the way we're going to access it is to go to your web desk, and you'll have this WeVideo icon. So you can also search up here in your box. Students will need to download it so they can add it right here in the plus sign, search WeVideo, and make sure that the icon matches your icon. And then the students can access it for them through web desk, and it will automatically log in and give them the premium features. All right, so we talked about the environment a little bit, and then this is a diagram of just sort of some of the different buttons and areas that you'll access. And we're going to actually demonstrate it, but I went ahead and included this slide in the slide deck so that you would have it later for references. Okay, we're going to go ahead and launch WeVideo from WebDesk. And you'll come to a screen where you'll see your name, and that's how you know you're logged in. I'm going to click the plus sign, and then we're going to start a new project. When I'm ready to screencast, I'm going to click on My Media. This is where all of your uploads and the videos that you create are going to live. So then I'm going to click Record. You have the option to import. If you've already created a video, you created a video on your phone, a quick little check-in message, you can import it, add it here, and then make any edits and then share it. If I want to record right within the program a little quick screencast, I can do that here. And I can also just do a voice narration. And I can voice over. So if I have an image and I want to talk about the image, I can click narrate, and it will narrate whatever I need to provide the information for that image or video. All right, so if I record, I have the option to record a webcam only, that's a video of me, the screen, or both. When you click on both, it's going to actually have two recordings, and you're going to drop those recordings into video 1 and video 2. And so once you do that, you're going to be able to resize your video 2, that's your webcam video, into a corner of your choice and then play. So if you are not sure, you can access our WeVideo page on our Hotspot Technology resources, and it'll give you detailed instructions. When I click OK, I'm going to click Screen. I want to make sure that I have audio and video. And then I'm going to actually click on that picture of the screen and then click share. Once I click share, it will count down, and then you can start your screencasting. So when you complete your screencast, it's going to live in your media. And once I have my media, so this is an earlier screencast that I created, I'm going to drop it into video 1. I don't really like that of my face. Here's video 1, and then you can make edits anywhere within the video. If you scroll down to the bottom, there's a little zoom button, so you can zoom in or out. So if I want to really get granular and cut out the sneeze that I had between this frame and this frame, I'm going to be able to stretch my video out and then be more precise in my editing. Editing just requires this little edit button, and then I can shorten, cut off the ends, lengthen, or if I drag my little blue bar, I can snip in between videos. Here, click snip, come over here, click snip, and then I can delete that section of the video. So those are a couple of ways to edit. If you're ready to go, if you did a one-shot video and then you're ready to send, you're just going to click this finish button at the top, and then you're able to share it. Some of the bells and whistles that you can add are text. So if I'm talking about a vocabulary word in my video, I can add the vocabulary word text or the definition, and you can choose that here. In audio, I can make sound effects, ding, 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 womp, womp, different kinds of animal noises. I can make music in the background if I want it to sound very soothing as I'm delivering the instructions. So lots of great little backgrounds. I'm going to let you explore those, but in just a basic video screencast, the steps are just creating it, recording it, dropping it into your video, and click finish when you're finished editing. Finish doesn't mean that you're going to get a PDF version of the video. What it means is it makes it shareable. So right now it's in draft form. When you finish, then you're able to share it. If you need to go back, you found a typo, you found a place where there was a blank long pause, you can edit and then click finish again and share the video. So we're going to go back to our screencast slide deck, and I have steps. Go to my media, record, select which format you want. Make sure you click that screen of your choice, and then click share. When you're finishing, there's a blue button at the top that you want to share to finish. If you're in the middle of editing and you'll notice there's no save button, it just continuously saves. And then when you're finished and you're ready to share it with your students or colleagues, you can click finish. Okay, so once you click finish and you're saving, you will come to a screen where you can select the thumbnail and then have video with the audio and choose your destination. Make sure that you mark the video as public so that it's viewable to your audience, and you can click YouTube or Drive. Once it's in your Drive, if I want to double check and make sure that it is shareable, I'm going to click the plus button the share button and then click more. And I want to make sure that I'm setting it with anyone with link can share, can see. So anyone with link. And that way there's not a sign in required. That's just a little troubleshooting tip. Also within the video itself, I want you to notice that if I'm viewing a video, there is this blue bar. Your students cannot view it unless it is approved. So this is already approved, so it'll say remove. But if you see an approve sign right here, you want to go ahead and approve it so your students can view it. And then when you go to your videos, you want to make sure that the visibility is public or that it's not private. It can be unlisted so that anyone with the link can view it, but if you use private, if you use public, then everyone can view it without having sign-in issues. All right, so once I select my destination, I can export and I'm ready to go. Remember that students have to add the icon. It's not automatically pushed out to their web desk. Only teachers have it automatically pushed out. All right, we'll get some time to practice, and I'm going to stay in this webinar, and you guys can try it out. Practice a quick screencast, practice finishing it, editing it, saving it, and then grabbing the link and making sure that the permissions are set. And then if you have any questions, please post them in the chat, and I will try to answer them. One quick tip, if you are presenting with a screencast and a slide deck, a Google slideshow, instead of having this screen for your students all the time and toggling between the present mode and the editing mode, my screen has only the presentation without the sort of the guts of the slideshow. You're going to be able to do that by going to File and Publish to Web. Once you publish to the web, you can grab that link and open it up in a new tab, and then you can present from there, and it won't have all of the individual slides on the left side. Okay, is there any other questions? I do want to mention that this will be posted right here in the resources for outside learning outside of the classroom. We have the schedule of all of our webinars there, and we'll be posting more soon. But all of our links to our webinars are going to be accessed here. All right, thank you so much for coming and joining me with this screencast with WeVideo session. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me or anyone in our digital learning team. All right, thank you so much.